Hello, 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 how are you? Hey, everybody, this is Andy, aka Montolio, and I'm here with my buddy Josh, aka Cronin, and we're here for another Classic Quarter Qualifier number 3, round 1 match, and we have got our buddy and clanmate Bazaar of Baghdad versus PlanetWalls, our resident innovator, with his Rest in Peace and Energy Field deck. And Ben is playing Helmline. R.I.P. Helmline. How you doing, Josh?
I am doing just wonderful. What a beautiful intro you gave us there.
Thank you very much. I learned that song at one of my daughter's sports classes. That's what they sing when they get there.
Hmm, sounds terrible.
It's a wonderful thing, my friend. So, pretty interesting match here, Josh. We've got a blazing fast deck. Ben has this thing's a turn one, turn two killer on average with the Helmline combo versus a more controlling build by PlanetWalls, which has the Comer and Energy Field and RIP.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I would favor Bazaar Baghdad's build here.
Absolutely. I think, with all due respect to PlanetWalls, I really like his deck, and he as well has the Helm of Obedience killing it, but it's so much slower than what Ben has, and he's running the 4 Force of Wills and 2 Mental Missteps to stop Ben. And he also has Snare and Stifle as well, but if he doesn't have that in his hand, he's just not going to stand a chance. So I think in this type of match in a long game, I think PlanetWalls could do quite well. He also has Meddling Mages, which are good against Ben. But yeah, Ben can just explode and finish off pretty quick. So should be an interesting match.
They are underway, and Ben has half the combo assembled already.
All he needs is that helm. And
Walls has exiled a Mist Hollow Griffin on his Chrome Mox.
yeah, this is a card I've seen in Classic before, and it's quite interesting tech because it's a 4/3 flyer for 4 mana, and it pitches very nicely to Force of Will. It's essentially a free card for a Force of Will because you can cast this Hollow Griffin while it's exiled.
Is it 4-3 or 3-3?
The 3/3. Thought it was.
I don't know anymore.
This Hollow Griffin is a 3/3 flyer. You're right.
I know I would have rather been playing, what's the one that bounces the creature for 4 mana in AVR?
Oh, Fencer.
No, the one from AVR Limited.
Oh, missed Hollow Ring.
Well, there's the Helmline combo, and there's the kill.
There it is. That fast. I was just gonna look at game 2 now and plan play. And Ben is up 1-0. This is our Baghdad. I was just gonna comment this Hollow Griffin. I've played this card before in Classic, not competitive. What I've played it with is the Food Chain combo. And Food Chain, for those of you who don't know, is a 1 green, 2 colorless enchantment that allows you to sacrifice a creature, and you can have whatever that creature's cost is, mana plus. So with the Mist Hollow Griffin, you sacrifice it, you get 5, you exile it, you replay it again, and then you just build it ultimate mana, infinite mana, okay? And then you can ramp into something like an Emrakul. So
Yeah,
it's
because you exile a card with Food Chain, right? So it exiles, and then you can replay it.
yeah.
Yep, pretty nice. I mean, I don't think it's real great competitively in Classic, but it's pretty cool.
Sure.
And it's definitely good value to pitch to your Force of Will.
Yeah, sure. It's actually great tech because you don't worry about necessarily casting your Griffin turn 4 or turn 5 in the game. You can bring that back late game.
With enough control, it's not too bad. I mean,
Yeah, for
normally,
sure.
normally I don't want to be paying 4 for a 3/3, but
No, you're paying for the utility.
yeah,
You know, it's eaten the way that it laughs at things like swords to plowshares.
yeah,
Path to
that's
X.
true. I imagine it's pretty good against a creature deck. They can't just path it or swords it out of the way.
Yeah, so Bazaar of Baghdad looks like he's got down and out another ley line, and Planet Walls is let out with a graph digger's cage.
What does Cage shut off?
Don't think anything.
I guess. Is there Tinker in Ben's deck? He can probably Tinker in his helm.
I'm not sure. Has Ben even who is the question? Let me just pull up his list here and have a look. Yes, he is blue.
So there's a misstep on a mana vault.
Rise of a Tinker. Let me ask you a question, Josh. Would you have mental misstep that? Mishra's Workshop on the table. He's already established that he's got high mana.
Um, does he doesn't have Painter Grindstone combo, does he?
See, I can tell you I'm almost sure in this situation that I would not counter that. Actually, you know what? Said that I didn't realize this is if Ben actually has, it would be over because he'll have enough mana to actually activate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to counter that. There's not that many targets that Mental Misstep hits anyways.
Yeah,
Other than, I guess, like his tutors. He's got Enlightened Tutor. That's a pretty good thing to counter.
yeah. No, I wasn't thinking about the combo there actually. But having said that, is if Ben drops a Tomb or something like that, he can still. Oh, that's a nice card.
So I imagine that's a pretty big problem.
Yeah, yeah, that is a problem for sure.
Especially with the Graph Digger's Cage out there now. Tinker's not an option. So it's a long clock still, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's going to be tough to fight through that still.
It's a card that I have an affinity for, a personal love, and it's not an awful lot of in Classic. It surprised. It's the Meddling Mage became significantly better with the printing of Gitaxian Probe, and I'm surprised we haven't seen it more because it really is powerful. It's combo on the table right now because it shuts off Helm of Obedience.
Yeah, I think people just haven't really liked playing the ground beater in blue. They'll just play a counter spell instead and play like a Delver of Secrets for their kill.
Yeah. Excuse me, though. I don't think that that should have been kept. in the that should probably have been sided out.
Which one? The cage?
Yeah, I don't think it's worth having a card just to shut down something like Tinker.
Yeah, I tend to agree. He probably doesn't have a tremendous number of options, but
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's got for board options here. So Ben has Ben missed a land drop here?
yeah, he's missed two.
Okay. So that makes that mental misstep all the better then.
Or no, just one. Still PlanetWalls' turn. But yes, he has missed a land drop.
For a brainstorm, their opponent's side. Knowing that they only have a one lander or something like that, versus just annually randomly looking for something. So, um, I guess a couple of cards in his sideboard. He's got three Mages of the Unseen, which is pay one blue, one colorless, and you can tap and gain control of target artifact until end of turn. He's got a couple of things, and he's also got two annuls.
Yep, I imagine that all that's come in.
I would suspect. He's also got something, a creature I've never even seen in my life called Needlebug, which is a 4/2 2/2 creature, and it's got protection from artifacts, and you can play it as a flash creature.
It costs 4?
Yeah, it's forecasting cost. I guess it's there to battle stacks.
I don't think forecasting costs battle stacks very well.
Well, I would think not, but
Another interesting idea, though.
as I said in the video, he's our resident innovator these days. He's the guy not to scared to try different cards, and as we said, the last two QTs, he's done quite well with them.
I do like his Porcelain Legionnaires against stacks quite a bit.
Really run.
I think he had more last time.
Yes, he did. And they were in the sideboard, as I recall.
Yeah. But that seems like a pretty good beating against stacks.
Most stuff. So PlanetWalls has two meddling mages down now. And I'm sorry, John, what's the second one named there on the meddling?
I don't know. I can't read it.
Eyesight's not very good here.
Dismember. I guess that's his way of killing meddling mages, so.
Dismember, okay.
Which seems reasonable. If he can't get those off the board, he's probably not going to win, so.
Yeah.
And now the clock is a bit more significant, doing 4 a turn like that.
Toad. Love your mages, PlanetWalls.
You've lost your mind.
This match particularly slow, so I figured I'd add a little bit of spice to this match.
Nice.
I
We,
reckon it depends.
we all appreciate it.
I've always been a stout supporter, and it's something I really appreciate about you. Thank you very much.
I'm surprised Charles isn't here to commentate with us.
Vacation in the UK. But maybe we can get him via satellite or something like that for another one of the feature matches.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we've got loading Metamorph here right now, and yeah, I'm not sure what Ben's going to throw that thing on. I suspect it would be a meddling mage, would be my guess.
Yep.
Grafdigger's Cage is not very good.
No, I can't imagine he wants his own Grafdigger's Cage.
Oh, Force of Will. So Ben is on a 3-turn clock here.
Yep. That was an expensive metamorph to cast, going down to 3 turns like that.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Ben stuck here. It's most unfortunate that he's been sitting on that Mishra's Workshop. As good as Mishra's Workshop is, you need more mana than that to cast a Helm, which of course he can't cast.
Yeah, he's in trouble here. I don't know if he has much more of a way to get around these mages.
Yeah. Hey,
For the rub-ins.
dang.
Doesn't change his clock at all.
Beg your pardon. Now, Ben does balance, but he's a long ways away from casting one. Okay, there you have it. One and Bazaar of Baghdad on the way here, which is a dangerous spot Planet Walls because of the explosiveness of Bazaar's deck.
The penultimate game.
What is this? Gemstone Cave. Oh my lord. I haven't seen that flat unrestricted. Oh my lord. It looks pretty good, like pretty good tech.
Looks insane to me.
Legendary land. So I believe what this card is, and you can pay it or you can play it for something with it. And you can produce a mana of any color. So it's like a free mana. Is that right? That's pretty crazy. Anyways, Ben has played himself out in Ancient Tomb, and he's got down a um, what's this card called? The Detention Grid, Defensive Grid, which means that your opponents can't cast spells during your turn unless they pay an additional 3. Which certainly helps negate counter magic.
It's not a card I've played since I was playing like blue artifact decks back in around the time that Urza's block had come out.
Yeah. It's not a card you see played too often. And that goes for the card that we just saw hit the board. That is the Magus of the Unseen is it's pretty cool tech.
Yeah, I considered playing it for a while when the bigger skill conditions in the format were Time Vault and Blightsteel.
Yeah, I could see that. It's even got great applicability against something like stacks. Hello, do you mind if I borrow your worm coil? Are your Crucible of Worlds for a turn? So I can get some lands back. So I can play another Gemstone Cavern.
It's funny with Time Vault though.
Yeah, you've done it before?
No, I never actually got to do it, but I bought some and I was going to play a deck with them in it.
Well, I think it's neat tech for sure. It's very situational. I mean, it could be good. So,
It actually seems really good against stacks. Steal one of their artifacts and block with their own artifact or whatnot.
yeah, you'd almost have to be a fool to attack into something like that. But yeah, it's certainly
What do you do then?
You don't attack. If you think you're going to be getting eating your own lodestone golem, which is going to eat one of your other own creatures, seems bad to me. That's where your staff and in comes into play.
For sure.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings. I sided out my staff and in this qualifier, which has been quite good for me. The one qualifier I played stacks, and also in a couple daily events I played it. But I was tailoring more towards Oath for this particular CQ, so I took it out.
And is there more or less Oath than you expected?
I don't know. Did you get down the stats from that podcast where we were calling out what was going to be what?
Yes, I have it right here. You predicted 6 Oath, Zach predicted 10, and I also predicted 6.
Next podcast, let's bring that up. I think that would be interesting to go back and talk about that to see who was on par. So to answer your question, yes, I predicted correctly because I suspected there would be around 6 or 7, as I recall.
Well, you said 6. I can tell you exactly how many you said. And I think we were basically correct.
Well, I hate to admit it, but I usually am correct.
Yeah.
So, as you guys can see, this is a little bit of a slow game. Just goes to show you how complex and intricate of some of the plays are, and the thought that is involved with each play in Classic. So these guys are obviously thinking real hard about it.
Not much in PlanetWalls' hand. He's got Tundra Flooded Strand and another Magus.
Yeah. Having said that, Ben hasn't done too much over here either, so that ancient tomb is painful.
Yeah, it's of less concern when your opponent just has a 1/1, but
yeah, lots and lots of time to pull out of this one. Never a good feeling when you lose to a 1/1 ticking away at you.
feels like playing Oath and having spirit tokens kill you.
Your own tokens that you've created?
Yep.
I have certainly lost to my own tokens before. And it is just very, very unpleasant. Oh, mental misstep. That is not good for Ben. And base. Well, really, there should be nothing to be overly happy about that.
No, considering PlanetWalls top deck that one.
Yep, and he even had the 3 mana to pay for the defense grid. Pretty nifty. All for the cheap price of 2 life.
Seems worth it to me.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Stuff. We're fetching for a land here. And we're thinking maybe what you would tinker for, I guess a blight steel.
Tinker for a helm.
Now, Helm is not very good at the moment, particularly since your opponent's going to steal it from you and not steal the bits. Well, Tinker is just bad.
Yep.
What what Ben doesn't want to see here is those meddling mages. At this in this type of a grindy game, meddling mage becomes an extremely good card. In this type of tournament, when you know what your opponent is playing, meddling mage is sick.
Yep.
Really hurts combo. Creature damage.
What
This
is
is far
going
more.
on here?
Well, this is a really sick game. These guys are thinking hard on every play. Minutes and Ben's down 15 minutes. But, it's big stakes on the line. PlanetWalls, second high potential.
Yeah, it's a nail biter.
Actually, PlanetWalls is playing for his third bye.
No, he's only qualified for one bye.
Well, he's qualified twice. Oh, yes, okay. So he qualified the first one, and then he gets a bye on the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I say, wow, he's got half the tournament in the bag already. Qualifies this time.
I don't think he can get 3 buys.
Well, there's qualified.
Yeah, but I think 2 is the max, according to the rules.
All right.
That is right. Though I imagine even if he qualifies again, he'll be playing. Because you can keep other people out of the top 8 to improve your chances, and also, I believe PlanetWalls and Chris Cool are the ones that are sponsoring the Foil Promo Brainstorm Challenge, where if you don't draw any matches, you get entered into to a drawing to see who wins the Foil Promo Brainstorm.
Mm-hmm. Too bad they can't win it.
Yeah, but they'll want to set a good example.
Well, that's an awfully generous prize for them to give, because promo foil brainstorms are pretty sexy cards.
Well, far uglier than the non-promo, but worth more.
Really the case with promos.
Yep.
Wow, these guys are really thinking here. There are a few promos that I like better than the regular. But probably 90% of the time, I like the regular better.
I tend to agree.
The new promo Force of Will anywhere near as much as I like the original.
I can't think of really any promos that I use.
Almost easy to go out and buy some of the other ones, but like Emeralds and Worm Coils and things like that, but they're not.
Yeah. I guess I have a couple promo Emrakuls and Worm Coils.
Advancement, folks. We have advancement in the game. We have seen a meddling mage at the. And the question is, what is it going to name? I would name a Bazaar or a Helm on Bazaar.
I would name Blightsteel. He's gonna hard cast a Blightsteel for the win.
Not at this rate, he won't.
Come on, he's almost halfway there.
is at 14 life, and at 8 life, down for 3 a turn, and then activates that tomb. It's going to tick him for another 2, which I suspect he will do at some point. And what is this? We have got agent. My goodness gracious.
Magus.deck.
You know, we may actually see a beatdown here. Because I suspect that Ben is now returned. Oh, okay. He doesn't have to use his tomb. I was going to say it's a 3-turn clock if he had to use that tomb, but he just dropped a workshop.
He needs to use it to cast a Leyline of the Void.
Helm of Obedience would be pretty good right now. And another 3. So Ben played a workshop and didn't cast anything.
Yeah, he's just building up for that hard cast Blightsteel.
Wow, that's really bad. That's a sign that he's got nothing for sure. All this time talking about the explosiveness of his deck, and it hasn't done anything.
Well, game 1 it won pretty quickly.
That's true. So, a lot of these combo decks, they're glass games. When they work well, but when they don't work, they're really bad.
Yeah, it's not good sometimes. I played a Helmline deck last time.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I didn't win more than 2 matches, I don't think.
Well,
So if you think that's good.
oh,
I crushed Dredge, though. That's what's important.
it's always a good feeling to crush Dredge. There's no doubt about that.
Alright, he's 1 Ancient Tomb away from the hardcast Blightsteel.
Let's do a damn thing when you're up against Mages of the Unseen.
That's for style points, isn't it?
Stuff is not as much.
You just concede if someone hardcasts that against you.
You play against me when I hardcast a Blightsteel. I'll take
Have you ever done it?
my hard Blightsteel.
Yeah.
Couple times.
Pretty nice, huh?
I guess so. It's never the ideal way to be playing with a Blightsteel Colossus, that's for sure. Because you're on many turns doing anything. So, this is starting to look pretty red alert for like that. 6 life left, and he's down damage next turn. So this is a long, hard-fought game. Serum Powder is not going to do it.
Oh man, he's 1 mana away now. But now he won't be able to activate his Ancient Tomb. He's ruined.
That's true. Sorry to dash your hopes there, John. Interesting to see Ben pull out. I'm not sure how he would do it.
Pretty sure he can't now.
Yeah, he could RIP in Helm.
Yeah, he could. Just barely.
That's if he wasn't disrupted in any manner. PlanetWalls got 2 cards in hand.
We're gonna find out here shortly.
This is the official time of trial.
Ancient tomb is now shut off.
Yeah. Wow, what a terrible way to die. Ben must have done it. This is drawing land after land after land. Yeah. More land in hand. Looks like PlanetWalls locked up.
Oh, he went out with the ancient tomb. That's the way I'd go.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. PlanetWalls took the match down 2-1.